Hi guys, it's me Missy and I'm back. And today we are going to be playing Mass Effect 2, baby. Oh god, I miss Mass Effect. I gotta admit that. And I'm not a sci-fi person. So this is a special game. So excited. So let's get into this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Female. We'll go with normal difficulty for now. It's fine. Subtitles on. That's good. It's fine. That is fine as well. Okay, let's continue.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending her to fight Geth. Geth! We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow her. She's a hero, a bloody icon. But she's just one woman. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose her.
2183, the heart of the galactic community suffered a devastating attack. Citadel Space Station was invaded by a synthetic army attempting to open up Reapers, ensuring machines that erect all organic civilization. Every 50,000 years, Commander Shepard led the defense of the Citadel at a great cost. So yes, we did all these things in the previous game, as you guys know. The Normandy, my baby!
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
The heck's going on? Oh, that's not good.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Who is that? What the heck is going on?
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time?
Hey, that damn well better be.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttles. Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I gave you an order.
Get to the damn shuttles! I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here. Shepard!
Go, please.
Get the hell out of here!
my goodness. Thank you.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Oh my. Oh, my poor baby. Oh, I'm in control. Okay, go to the cockpit. Duck the Normandy. Okay.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy!
Come on, Shep. We got this. Come on, baby.
Hold together. Hold together.
Why are you such a baka? Joker. You better not die, Joker. I'm gonna be so upset. You have no idea. This is interesting, though. The situation right here.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
No, you can't. Don't you
The
dare throw your
Normandy's
life away.
lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
Oh my, we gotta go.
Wow, watch the arm.
Why do I get the feeling I might die here?
Commander! Shepard!
What? I'm sorry. What? You took my baby. And I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, that's fantastico. What? This fiction isn't a comic. Summarize the events of Mass Effect 1. If you skip this option, Shepard's default backstory will be used. Would you like to use the interactive comic? Sure.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Lieutenant Alenko made the mistake of getting too close. It hit him with some type of energy. I grabbed him and threw him out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Udina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them.
How are you?
That led me
Also
to
great
Rex.
to see you again.
The biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever
Rex!
seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led us to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking. She'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace that they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions.
Well, I'm glad you're doing
Not
fine.
much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the
And
Reapers were
good
a
luck with
threat,
cleaning?
but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I'd need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara. A Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Caden was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
I chose Liara.
I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia.
Awesome. Well,
Saren had taken her to
you're
Novaria, where
welcome,
he'd
and I
enslaved the
hope you
queen
have
of
fun.
a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni queen. The queen's drones were everywhere, and they were not happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone, with the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before.
I saved the queen.
Couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base and all its research. Rex disagreed, violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down.
I saved Rex.
Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split my team into 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign, the Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he'd found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but it wasn't fast enough.
I still
only
hate
save one of them.
this. Still hate this. I saved Caden, and I am
Ash was a good friend,
Ugh.
and a great soldier. But I had to choose. And I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. But Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Ash's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we put our feelings aside for the sake of the mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other. And it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died like every species before them, but a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope that the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Council fleets battled Saren's army outside the Citadel, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy.
I sacrificed the
The
Council.
Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. We took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left to me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician, ruthless and ambitious. He would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be placed before him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right.
Chose Anderson.
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned cleanup duty, routing out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
I liked that, and I liked the art style. That was so impressive. The heck is this?
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Oh great, they're bringing me back to life. Isn't that fantastic? Oh my god, look at my body. Huh? So you guys faked me out the first time with my death, and then immediately killed me in the second game. Awesome! Awesome sauce. I applaud you guys for your balls in storytelling. Thank you. Oh, missing in action. Let's see. Accept. This personal records are incomplete due to Spectre status. Confirm detail records or a customized registration. Here's a quick start payment since it was her last time. Once you confirm your character is complete, you will be able to change any settings. Confirm.
On the monitor. Something's wrong.
She's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of her surroundings. Oh my god, Miranda. I think she's waking up.
Damn it, Watson. She's not ready yet. Give her the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
What are you doing to
Heart rate
me?
dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost her.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
You're pretty.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Okay.
You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from. Damn it! Those can't keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Hi, Spawn Life. Thanks again. It's locked. Okay. Close.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
Space partner.
Look out! Keep moving. We need to get you to the shuttles.
Okay. So what's going on? Me too. And thank you.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Take cover.
That's fantastic. There we go. Oops. Ah, there you go.
No shields!
There we go.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is
Thank
clear.
you, madam. Okay. Take that.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
There we
More
go.
reinforcements heading your way. Grab the Here come the mechs.
Let's
Use
fix
the grenade
this
launcher to take them out.
Sure. Okay. Where's the... Oh,
Take the elevator down one floor.
okay. That works. I like this.
Hurry! Get to the door. Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got mechs closing in on my position.
Progress
Progress.
is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Awesome sauce. I don't like that you brought me back to life. Credits. So here.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far.
Wow.
Nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
You're probably right on the best not to know situation. Can't help you, I'm sorry.
Chef, what the hell? Have a nice trip!
Impact imminent.
Hey buddy, bye buddy.
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
I'd like some answers.
Look, pal, I don't know where I am or how I got here. Plus, my head feels like an overripe melon ready to split open. How about you fill me in a little?
Damn. Yeah, I forgot this is all new to you. Sorry about that. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
Well, Jakey boy,
Things
nice
must
to
be
meet
worse
you.
than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I'm kind of
Ever
tired of
since I
taking
woke up,
orders.
someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version.
Thank you.
You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed, dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
Oh gee, thanks. Who cares about
Doesn't
2
look
years?
like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead.
Oh, that's
If we don't
great.
get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Where's my crew?
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Oh, thanks, Shub. Hold shift to access your command menu. I remember this. Send your in. Okay, that's good.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Normandy
The
crew.
last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone
gotta be
else,
kidding
including
me.
the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Where are they now?
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
I'd like
They
to
were my
find them.
team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
Uh-huh. Don't worry, we'll get off the station. Attack on
You
the
know anything
station.
about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Dan if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting. At us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
That's great. My
Said they
injuries.
spent 2 years rebuilding me. How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What's Project
Can you
Lazarus?
tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you.
Oh,
Even that
that's
was a challenge.
comfort.
2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Getting at
What do you mean,
technology?
cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm
Thanks.
pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still
Awesome.
you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
That's a little disconcerting.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
Well, that sounds fun.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
Didn't sound good.
Do you know anything about this
No.
attack? Who's behind it, what they're after?
Damned if I know. I'm guessing it had to be
Shush.
an inside job.
Shush.
You'd need tops.
When I first woke up...
Should have. You said you lost contact. Could you
Yeah.
tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Yeah, me too. Let's go.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get her out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Openly
Roger
dopenly.
that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
No more questions.
You bet. We can get into the service tunnels through this door.
Okay. Let's go. Take it. There's probably something bad up
They've seen us.
ahead.
Crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Engaged.
They found me.
Ah, good job.
Wilson,
We're coming.
Where are you?
We're
Server
coming.
room B. Hurry! They're out of control.
We got this, buddy. We're coming.
Shepard, down here!
Where are you?
Bastards got me in the leg!
We need
Let's
to get
get you
off
out of
this
here.
station.
I'm not
It's more
going
important.
anywhere till someone fixes my leg.
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
Oh,
We didn't
great.
ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
I don't care who
I don't
set up
care.
who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
And I still don't
Haven't
care.
known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
Kind of hope you get shot there, buddy.
Clear a path to the shuttles.
Collision proximity warning.
There we go.
The fastest way to the shuttles is through those canisters.
That's it.
Cool.
Let's get out of here.
Ah, nice debris.
Okay, we took him down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This
Probably
really isn't
not
the
really.
time, Jacob.
We won't make it if she's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Yeah, no.
You told me you were with the Alliance. I don't like being played for a sucker.
I didn't lie to you, Commander. I was with the Alliance before I joined Cerberus. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too, but right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
You must have some reason for bringing me back. Tell me what's going on.
All gotta come from the boss, Shepard. As soon as we're safe. We're almost at the shuttle.
Okay. Oh, look! I got Renegade and 2 Paragon. Awesome sauce! We still going with Renegade! Let's go, ladies and gents. Come on.
Ended.
Okay, I get that the right mouse button does that.
Rerouting power. Right. Infiltrate system failing. Excuse me. Allied force captured. Excuse me. Rerouting power. Rerouting power.
There we go. What's this?
Subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay, then. Interesting. I'll be taking that. Highlight individual nodes to find the matching symbol. Found 2 matching symbols, select them to complete the circuit. Complete the circuits before you have time to bypass security. Oh, come on. I do that again. Yes, 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 I get it. Ah. I am actually good at this. Trust me. Promise. There you are. There we go. Okay! Look, guys, I got it. Oh, okay. It was just credits. That was not that far. Still. Let's see. Down here? Anything important down here? No. As far as I can see. It came from there, so... Up here then? There we go.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the...
Good shot.
But you were...
Yes, thank you.
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
Bad guy. Suspicious.
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
I knew that.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts.
Thanks,
Some
ma'am.
people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get her to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Let's see.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
Why?
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Oh, that's great. I always like it when somebody has a plan for me. Always works out well.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
If I don't come
Not
along...
sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
Thanks. Other
What
survivors?
about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
Okay, I think
I've
that's
had
it for
enough
me.
of this station to
Nothing else
last a
making
lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
So pretty.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Okay.
This is a waste of time. I feel as good as ever.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it. Everyone screaming, gunfire, blood everywhere. I was the only one who stayed focused on survival.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
Who's that or die? It's a hard
I left
choice.
a friend to die that day and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose
Thanks,
you're
Jake.
right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Well, so far, I like Jake from State Farm the most.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Sounds like a big jerk.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Yeah. This is interesting. Kind of like that. Is there a purple? Purple. Kind of purplish. I like that color. There we go. I'll be as much of an eyesore as possible, guys. That. And stick with that. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. What? And here we go. Look at me! How much of a dick are you gonna be, honey?
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
I need some answers.
From what I hear, I cost you a fortune. Why'd you do it?
For the defense and preservation of humanity. I didn't spend 2 years and billions of credits bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
Not bad.
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Negeth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Okay, where do we
If you're
start?
after the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
I'll get what you're looking for and be back before you know it.
Good to hear it. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Thanks, hon. So long. Very elusive. Awesome. Squad. Play Portrait of Samurai of Paragon. Renegade points. With points you can unlock new conversation options. Awesome sauce. Receive shields and shred synthetic targets. Concussive, massive blast that melts enemies with wrong. Hyper acceleration for earthquakes, giving you time to one shot at. Combat mastery. Makes you tougher, stronger, faster, and more charismatic. Incendiary ammo. Do that. Disruptor. This ammunition has a stronger disruption capacity, tearing through shields and decapitating synthetic enemies from a short time after hits. Okay. This one's gonna be an incendiary ammo or combat mastery, I bet you. Codex. Owie zowie.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain the second. Roughly.
Okay. I don't need to hear this. Extinct races.
50,000 years
Don't
ago.
need to hear this.
In the early 21s,
Tarians,
the
Elcor, Geth,
the Hammer,
Anar,
the Krupp,
Broken,
driven from
Orions,
a myth,
Reapers, and
the Volus.
Don't need this.
The Citadel is an
I don't need either
specter.
of these.
Immediately following the First Contact War, an anonymous extranet manifesto warned that an alien attempt at human genocide was inevitable. The manifesto called for an army, a Cerberus, to guard against invasion through the Charon Relay. Derided as survivalist rhetoric written by an elusive man, the manifesto and its anonymous author soon fell off the media radar. But in 2165, terrorists stole antimatter from the SSV Geneva. The sole figure arrested named his sponsor Cerberus. Throughout the 2160s and 2170s, alleged Cerberus agents assassinated politicians, sabotaged starships bearing EZO, and conducted nightmarish experiments on aliens and humans. Denounced as human supremacist, Cerberus calls itself human survivalist. Counter-terror experts speculate Cerberus may have changed leadership with its recent shift to stockpiling ships, agents, and weapons. Whether he, she, or they, the elusive man hides his finances hidden behind shell companies. Few doubt he will kill anyone attempting to expose him. The reclusive tycoon calling himself the elusive man is a human nationalist focused on advancing human interests, whatever the cost to non-humans. The Citadel Council regards him as a fanatic, posing a serious threat to galactic security. A mysterious maverick, to say the least, the elusive man heads the Cerberus network. Dubbed the Elusive Empire by investigators, Cerberus is an allegedly untraceable syndicate of private intelligence agencies, biotics laboratories, engineering and scientific research teams, and lucrative front companies. Branded a terrorist and seditionist organization by authorities, Cerberus is the only human power base other than the Terra Firma Party, strong enough to embarrass, if not threaten, the Council and its human representatives.
Just great. That's great.
Freedom's Progress colony was once a typical Alliance settlement, but following complete communications blackout and its apparent destruction, is now a lightning rod for anxiety and dread in the galactic human community. The communications blackout followed an upgrade of the colony's small military force, supplemented by mechs and security drones, with high-powered, tower-mounted Guardian lasers. Colonists complained about construction cost overruns, delays, noise, and damage to the local environment. They also feared the defense array could be seen as provocative to their world's neighbors. Such fears may not have been baseless. Authorities have still offered no explanation for the communications blackout, fueling rumors of plagues, natural disasters, or a cult-inspired mass suicide. Located in strategically insignificant space, Freedom's Progress colony had once offered residents spectacular rainbows, lush marshlands, and stunning mountain ranges. Its potential as an agricultural settlement and tourism wonderland rivaled that of any Alliance colony.
Let's see.
The Systems Alliance space vehicle
Okay.
Biotics is the
Element
when
zero.
subjected Element Zero can
It's
mass omni
R.
biot omni to
Last but not least,
Medigel.
Major. Okay. We're good. That's done. Okay. Let's leave. Okay, look for clues explaining what happened to some colonists. So far, not much. Just finished up the first little section introducing me to business tycoon that brought me back to life. Awesome, huh? By the way, it's great to see you running.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
Thanks.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the elusive man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
You know we don't have to be enemies, honey.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
Thank you, honey. Goodbye.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Hi, Jake from State Farm. And yes, let's go space traveling.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I'll reserve
Cerberus gave me
judgment.
my body back. That's worth giving them a chance. One chance.
But you're still not convinced. Do you trust me, Commander?
Honestly, buddy, not yet.
Part of Cerberus. I'll be keeping an eye on you, too.
Fair enough. I can't expect you to trust me just because I ask you. I'll just have to earn that trust.
Exactly, buddy boo.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, guess I'm leaving. Mission summary. Yeah. I got the grenade launcher, credits. Awesome. Exit.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
Do whatever
We're
it
gonna
takes.
find out who did this and take them down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard.
Yeah. So far, I like Jake from State Farm more than I like Miranda. Look at my awesome bright suit. Cool, you guys have provided me with additional weapons. That's so great. Let's go have a look-see, shall we? Oh, great. Lights. Okay, open back up. Honestly, got no clue right now. I just know we're investigating. I think it's a colony.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
What's up here? Whoa, I slid. That was awesome. I like that. I don't trust any of this. This is too quiet. Well,
Strange. Security systems were disabled at this point.
Careful. There we go.
well, I died. Let's try that again. Wait, where am I?
One left. Hostiles to the right. Shoot them before they take out the shields. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got no shield. Gotcha.
And let's see, what's this? Overload, cool.
That shouldn't have been hostile.
There we go.
They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone.
Reload. Hey, that's great. Attack on sight. Well, I will tell you when I see. Well, so far, looks like one. Oh great, not this again. Ready to see me fail? Yep, 2 so far. Lord. There we go! Can't believe I did that in first try. Awesome sauce, I got some credits. Matty gel. Anything else? That is a bright cup.
Watch out!
Here we go. Through my snap.
Affirmative.
And I'm good. Thank you. I'll try to. Salvage other stuff. Stuff. Quarians? What the heck?
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait. Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with
Tally?
Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
It's me.
Cerberus rebuilt me, Tally. In return, they asked me to investigate these attacks on human colonies.
You'll pardon us for not taking you at your word, Cerberus.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what the Quarians are doing here.
Weapons down, Praza. Whatever's going on here, I don't think we need another fight. One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vtuber. We came to find him.
Why'd you come
Isn't that
here?
a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vtuber liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Oh, that's great. We need Seema.
Vtuber's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
Oh, will
No,
you shut
Praza,
up?
You're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship.
Thank you, Tally.
Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Forget
You
it.
expect us to do all the dirty work while you sneak in and grab Vtuber? Not likely.
We're better equipped for a frontal assault than they are, Commander.
If we don't work together, we're not going to get past those mechs. We're moving out. If you want your answers, get to that warehouse.
Well, Tally, you're way different than you used to be, but I
Quarians
guess
are an
2 years
unexpected
makes a
variable.
difference.
They could help us, but I'd hope to keep an eye on them.
Will you just be quiet, Miranda? I don't like you.
There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning.
Well, I didn't
We'll
like
take care
that.
of them.
Let's see. Move.
Attention, right, guys!
Glad I came over here.
You're done!
Can I open, please? Thank you. I want the money. Done. Okay. Ah. Move. Just get out of my face. Load.
Use overload on them.
Well, I knew I ain't gonna like this.
Move it!
Well, okay. We're going inside. Safety. Eddie Joe.
I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find
Reload.
Victor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
Hey, look, it's all coming back to me, slowly but surely. Ah, this is gonna be great. I want a better weapon. No, I don't want the big gun. Why, hello, beautiful. Reload. Why are you on top of me? Get off.
My shields are down.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Hurry, Shepard. We're inside the loading docks. Vtuber
Hello?
reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll
It's over
take
here.
cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Taking that. I'll be taking this. Always pays to look at things.
Right. Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
You got it.
Grabbing cover.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
I don't really want to. I'm scared. Oh, that looks great. That's a big mech. Also, your people are dying. That's not good. Oh, that hurts.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
I figured this would happen.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Oh, I bet. Hey, you ready to watch me die 100 times, guys?
Overload will try to overload their shields.
Just gonna stay safe. Ah, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Let's see what's in here. Start bypass. Ah, chased. Well, sadly I can't get back into that, but anyway. Done, thank you. Following me. Good. 8, thank you for following me. Got 5, thank you for following me. My goodness. Is there anything else in here? Missing anything? Duck 2, thank you for following me. Sorry if I butchered any of your names. I really do apologize. I don't want to go in there yet. I want to go over here. What's over here? Probably something bad. Probably. Ah, Tally, hi,
This is
yo.
your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded shepherd.
Okay.
He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
I know. By the way, nice to see you again, Tally. Always great.
This might be useful.
That was quick.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms.
He's not okay.
No.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
You're safe now.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will protect. Swarms coming. Storm coming. Storm of...
You're upset.
Human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
What happened?
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
What's a collector?
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
That's
great. The collectors
great.
have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seekers swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Swarms.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
Oh, well, that's great. Collectors.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man
nothing
can
good.
figure it out.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
That's true.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
Thank you, Vector.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very
Or
helpful.
Vitor, however you
I
say
studied
it.
them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You should join us,
You don't
Tally.
have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I'm still trying to accept that you're even alive, and you're with Cerberus. I've got responsibilities now. I've got a mission of my own. I can't walk away from that. Not even for you.
I don't like being the bad guy when it's my friends, so I'll be nice. I'll play nice for now.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good
course
luck
I
out
am.
there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
Thanks, Shug.
We're ready for pickup.
This doesn't look good.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
Well, having friends does pay off, but
The data from his Omni
This
tool
data's
should
more
be quite
important.
useful.
We're still
and teamwork
analyzing
makes
it.
the dream
But
work.
more importantly,
As always.
you confirm the collectors are behind the abductions.
Who are
Tell me
they?
what you know about these collectors.
They periodically travel to the terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the collectors.
Okay. First of all, what's with the
What are the
transactions?
collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave.
Well, that
They've
sounds
never
great.
targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
That doesn't bode well. Not for the humans.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
Experimentation,
Why
probably.
is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Well, the threat is
The
real
collectors
enough.
are definitely a human enemy. But how do we know there's a connection to the Reapers?
Their focus shifted to humanity only after you and the human fleet destroyed Sovereign. The abductions are related, even if the Alliance and the Council refuse to believe it. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
Agreed.
I hate waiting, but I'll need a team. A good one.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Well, shucks. Thanks a lot. Oh, no problem. I actually might be playing another game soon enough that's even less scary than this. So, I got you covered running. I'm not as... well, technically, I guess I am still spectered. But maybe I'm not, since I'm dead. I can't say we'll be ready, because I don't know who my team is. I did have a good team, but there's no guarantee they're going to get back with me, so... I decide who's on the
Miranda
team.
and Jacob aren't enough. How many do you need to keep me in check?
I've made it clear to Miranda and Jacob that you're in charge. You decide who joins your squad. Everyone else on this list was chosen specifically for this mission. They're the best.
Well, I hope so.
I'll do the best I can with what you've given me.
I'm sure you will. Before you go, 2 things. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
That's a good thing. And no, I have Stardew, and I might actually start playing that. I'm streaming it for you guys. It'll be the first time I've ever played Stardew, too, so... hey! Fun! Our intelligence is here. And the second thing?
Sounds good. And what else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Joker!
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the elusive man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad.
Smart man
Saved
then,
your
Joker.
life, let me fly. And there's this. They only told me last night.
Normandy? Wow, you're a beauty! Boo is right. Oh my god.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
Sure is.
Guess we'll have to give her a name.
Definitely. And it's definitely a her. And she's a beauty. I'm so happy. My baby's back. Now we just gotta get the team back together. Well, that was great. That made me happy. Credits. Okay, let's go. Look at you. I'm so happy right now. Yep, mission complete. Now on to the next one. Oh my god, look at it. Ah, it's so pretty!
Welcome aboard the new Normandy,
She's
Commander.
so beautiful.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Mordin Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
First of all, this is my ship.
You still don't get it, do you? You're not in charge of this mission. I am.
Operative Lawson makes a valid point, Shepard. Without the Professor, any encounter with the Collectors would result in failure.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
And I don't like you.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
Anyone else
I'm
just
guessing
shooting?
it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob
Thank you,
and I
my
should return
sweet.
to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
I probably won't. Bye, Jake from State Farm. I know how to do this. I remember. Super terminal to get status updates on your squad. Select weapons for your squad. For your squad. Armory. Elevator for other decks. Okay. Captain's quarters. Go to your personal quarters to customize your appearance. Awesome sauce. Require to research upgrades for your squad's equipment. Awesome. Okay, first, let's take care of these. Definitely doing this one. Purchase that. And we'll do combat mastery. There we go. Codex.
The Systems Alliance space vehicle Normandy
We know about this beauty.
With
Want to know
elaborate
about this one now.
secrecy, Cerberus labored for years to build a new, superior Normandy. The vehicle's many alterations produced a craft nearly double the original size, requiring an even larger Tantalus drive core to compensate. The new Normandy features greater space in living quarters, research laboratory, observation deck, and cargo bay. Its shuttle can make landings the Normandy cannot attempt. In addition to tight beam communicators, Normandy's Quantum Entanglement Communicator, QEC, provides instantaneous contact with the elusive man. The Enhanced Defense Intelligence AI coordinates many of the ship's combat functions, assisting and even supplanting human piloting. Potential upgrades are numerous. The airframe could support additional armor and an axial mass accelerator. The thrusters could support recent advances in fuel technology beyond H2O2 chemical rockets. And the hull can mount double the standard number of kinetic barrier projectors, leaving space for stronger shields, easily sustainable via the new ESO drive core.
Awesome! So basically, I'm gonna love my new baby. What's this? Team status. Grades. Unread messages. Archives. Okay, cool. Select. That's a good amount of room. Loyalty, normal, abilities, overload, warp, submachine gun, heavy pistols. Okay. So normal, pool, incendiary ammo, heavy pistol, shotgun. I like you, Jacob State Farm. Look better than that. Upgrades. Bad upgrades. Upgrades improve your powers, your weapons, and your ship, making missions success more likely. Acquire new upgrades by finding them on missions, purchasing them from stores, or researching them using a research terminal. Okay. And holy guacamole. Counselor Anderson, on the off chance that the rumors are true and you actually are alive, I need you to come and talk to me at the Citadel. Let us change in the past few years. Put us on top, and it's only fair that you be allowed to speak for yourself about what we've been hearing. Okay. Elusive man, we've reached an agreement with the veteran mercenary who have known the name, has been involved in some of the best known and some utterly unknown military operations in the Terminus system, and is feared as a ruthless and relentless bounty hunter. I thought you might need a man with the skills on your mission, so I arranged to have him join you. We'll find him on Omega, where he's wrapping up his current bounty. Don't worry about his fee. I've taken care of that personally. Awesome sauce. Project Fireworker. The MSV Rosalie, a survey ship with Cerberus connections, has gone missing. The survey team was field testing a new prototype Hammerhead planet-side exploration rover. In addition, scientists Dr. Manuel and Dr. Robert are aboard the MSV and conducting research for us. We need you to find the ship, her survey team, and the doctors. A scene near planet Ziona. Okay. Admiral Hackett. Our scans in the Amanda system have turned up something we thought you should see. Your final location of the wreckage of the SV Normandy. We thought this news might be important to you, but we also have an alternate motive. The Alliance would like to honor the Normandy with a monument to be built on the site of the ship's final resting place. We'd like to invite you to place the monument and be the first to walk on the site. There are still 20 crew members unaccounted from the attack on the Normandy. If you find any signs of those lost crewmen, we ask that you report to the Alliance so that those heroes' families might have some closure. Well, I definitely agree to that one. We submit. It occurred to our armor technicians that you may not want to show your face everywhere you go. They sent a hood that Cerberus issues to its covert operatives. It has additional microframe functions that you may like. The hood is in your quarters. Okay. Lisa Man, Shepard. One of our cells just went off the grid without explanation. Project Overlord. It's been experimenting with highly volatile technology, and I need you to investigate. This work is extremely compartmentalized enough that I can't divulge operational details over this channel. You'll find them on the IT Typhoon system of the Phoenix Massing Cluster. Please use care in this matter. Arc Projector, Shepard. Elusive Man. Recently have an incident involving guests at one of our outposts in the Skylinean Verge. Don't worry, I'm not sending you off to chase anything down. Our operatives waged a highly successful battle against the scouting party and credited their success to a new advanced electrical attack device that we finally let them take out in the lab. Since the unit is being reassigned from the rest of the organization, I thought you should take custody of the weapons in the meantime. The weapon is called an arc projector. I sent it to Normandy Army so that you can examine it for yourself. Worthy. It's gone through plenty of tests and indicates its overloads kinetic barriers and synthetic enemies particularly well, but laboratory demonstrations are a poor substitute for actual field reports. We know it works. Now we want to see if you can do it in the right hands. If all goes well, we'll use your tactics to train other operatives. Okay. Second, guys? I'm still recording. Okay. Gunk 7, thank you for following. And, Gun 6? I don't know how to say that. Sorry. Thank you for following me. Oh my god, Elusive Man, leave me alone. At great cost and effort, we have tracked down the master thief, Asumi Godo, and convinced her to work with you. Very few people have ever heard of her. If you can claim you have seen her in person, she is unequaled at stealth and infiltration, and her skills will prove invaluable to your mission. Travel to the Secure Ward on the Citadel. There you will find a special ad terminal that differs from the usual and puts a password to silence Golden to begin the rendezvous. Essential final service to your account. Thank you for submitting your updated medical documentation. Your status has been changed from deceased to alive. After deducting modest administration fees for closing the file, subsequent change of your status and the reactivation of your account, you have remaining balance of 0 credits. Thank you for banking with Ascension Financial Services. We look forward to working with you. Are you particularly your greatest asset? We will find the best life insurance rates and coverage to fit your needs. We play the free quote today. Okay. Okay. Leave that for now. We'll just walk around, investigate.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad
Pleasure
to
is
have you on
mine.
the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Sure.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Ask her.
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Let's chat.
Have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I'll ask these questions later.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory.
Okay. Here. Talk to Joker.
Yes, Shepard.
What is this room?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
Building the
How'd
Normandy.
Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let me figure. Have many blocks.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
Right.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Of course you
Let's
do.
discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
I don't like that.
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
I don't want to compliment it.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Great.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Job, your name.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Hey, I know where
How are you getting along with Joker?
find you if I
Mr.
need to
Moreau
destroy
does
you.
not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
God, I love you, Joker.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
I missed you, Jokey.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like a glove.
Uh-huh.
And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
I agree with that.
I don't trust them. We still need to move ahead, but it's all too convenient.
Maybe you're right. I guess it's hard to argue when they install an AI to spy on us. We're staying though, right? I mean, the seat is real leather.
Good to see you're keeping it all in perspective, Joker.
Leather?
I agree. Leather is great. Okay.
Operates a
with our inertial scan.
Control exams. Anything else? Anything else?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design, and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
Awesome. Choose. Arc projector. The arc projector ionizes targets with an visible laser ready them for a high voltage electrical attack. As lightning-like hits its first target, a sophisticated auto-targeting system means succeeding targets with ionizing laser, allowing the electricity to take the path of the least distance are between them. An entire enemy strike team can be shocked to death with the pulls of the trigger. I like that. Lightning in a bottle, or in this case, a gun. Nothing for you, and nothing. Okay, awesome. Hi, Jake from State Farm. You wearing khakis?
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
Well,
You're
bringing
here
you
because
wasn't
you're
my
Cerberus.
choice.
Don't expect special treatment.
Understood. But not everyone in the group is hardline. I'm an employee because I believe in their current direction. Doesn't mean I don't have concerns about their past actions. Or some of yours. You watch me, I'll watch you. That suit you?
Do your job, nothing
If you
more.
follow orders and keep to yourself, we'll have no problems.
Fair enough, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Once you prove to me that I can trust you, I'll be nicer, okay? I promise. Sorry I'm being a jerk, but you're Cerberus. What's in this door?
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
That
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
Okay, and quantum what?
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Okay then.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Cool, comms room. Nice new fancy comms room. And I want to investigate everything else first. Let's go there.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hall. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Mission accomplished. Save humanity from the galaxy. Certain annihilation. Return to active duty. Scene action. Kill 2,000 enemies in Aspect 1, 2, or 3. 100 enemies with melee attacks in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Cool. 1,000 enemies in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. Kill 250, 2 or 3. Surface battle. Finish Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 with the same character. Paramore 3. Establish a rekindle romantic relationship in all 3 games in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Insanity. Complete all 3 games in Mass Effect Legendary. And Insanity without changing difficulty. Our Darkness confronts the Shadow Broker. Successfully shut down the Rogue VI and Word. Okay, this is giving me too much information, and I don't want to know this. Small terminal. Sound system. Cool. Fancy. Honestly, I like that one. We're gonna buy that one. Let's go here next. Sorry guys for investigating, but I want to see all of my ship. Oh, they even have restrooms.
The women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
I figured. But also, I'm a curious person.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Oh, that was sweet. Observation deck. Cool. What's over here? Dr. Shuckles?
Commander Shepard. I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board.
I can't speak
It's
today.
good to see you alive.
It's good to see
nice
you.
to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The
Same
kind
here.
of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have
missed
faith
you.
that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
And I trust you too.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Aw, I missed
Doctor,
you
you've
so
been with the
much.
Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Need
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, That subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll get you another. Don't worry.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Yeah, but
I'll see you later,
you're still
Doctor.
my favorite doc.
Commander.
What's this area of the ship?
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
I have the horrible sense that she will go rogue.
Again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies. Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day.
Why,
Master
thanks.
Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do
Responsibilities.
here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no
Comforting.
luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks.
Oh, thanks.
Through the cracks.
Oh, you're so funny.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I like you, though.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
Well, I agree with that.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
Give me the
If I head that
list.
way, I'll
I'll
keep an
take
eye
care
out.
of it.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
What's up here?
A gunnery officer is required to access the gunnery control station.
Okay. Oh, Miranda's office. Great. Don't mind me, I'm just stepping in real quickly.
Commander, what can I do for you?
What do you do
exactly
here?
are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me? I'm the elusive man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the elusive man, updating our status.
Okay.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy? The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Okay, can we talk?
Do you have a minute, Miranda? No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Honestly, I don't care.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
So you're perfect.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my... abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
I'm kind of starting to like you now that you're not being such a stick in the mud. Quarters. Okay. Elevator. And let's go here. What's in here?
You came all the way down here to see us?
Yes.
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I didn't hear an officer on deck. I run this ship military. You two think this is all a joke?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, no, ma'am.
Won't happen again, ma'am.
At ease. Who are you?
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Feelings on
What do you think
Cerberus.
about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
How'd you end up with Cerberus, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. They'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Cool.
So how'd you get an offer to join Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Cool.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
But she left the Alliance.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
Okay.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What's the issue?
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why don't you have
Why
them?
isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Well, I got you.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
Of course I would, guys. I gotta investigate every part of my ship, don't I? Cargo hold. Same place. Port cargo hold. Okay. Time to go back up and start our next mission.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I will look at that in a minute. Codex.
The Systems Alliance UT-47 drop shuttle landing craft holds 12 soldiers in a cramped, uncomfortable cargo bay and 2 more in the cockpit. Officially named the Kodiak, the drop shuttle is better known to Alliance Marines as the Combat Cockroach due to its appearance and durability. The vehicle's robust environmental sealant technology exposes few vulnerable parts to the elements. First tested in the sulfuric acid clouds and extreme temperatures of Venus, the Kodiak can land in hard vacuum, high pressure, and temperatures from near absolute zero to over 900 degrees Celsius. A true contragravitic vehicle, the Kodiak's substantial Element Zero core allows flight by entirely countering the vehicle's mass. Its small thrusters are for directional control only. So if the mass effect field fails, the vehicle becomes a proverbial 3 million credit coffin. The unarmed shuttle forgoes weaponry space for active masking, electronic countermeasures, and a robust kinetic barrier system, ideal for dropping troops undetected.
Cool. Journal. Let's see. I'm still recording. Everything looks good. Okay. All is well. Find FDA coupling. Find ingredients for the captain. Yeah, I need to find brandy. Find Sarah. Investigate the wreckage. Travel to Siona. Search for the hammerhead. Overlord. Travel the planet IET. Typhoon system. Phoenix missing. Investigate what server space there has gone silent. Okay. Back. What's on my thing? Evans. Back. Thank you for surrendering your medical records. Okay. Okay, and we're done. Now let's go. I like this whole new setup. It's nice. Exploring on the crash site. Let's relay. father. Tall. What? Let's go here. To orbit. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a most terrorist and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original elegant design has given way to a haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was. Population 7.8 million. Wow. Dock. Let's go dock. That looks so cool. Oh my god, I love the second game so far. And accept. His bonus combat skills, weapons damage, and health. Rank. They can label and stops health regeneration, effective against armor. Okay. She's done for now.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh,
Tarian.
Hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to
I never thought I was.
A dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
When I'm
I'll
ready.
Talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Arya waiting. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
How much do you know?
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
Who's your
My
friend?
contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's next for
What's
him?
gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
You and
What's
Cerberus.
your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Yeah, he definitely can.
Go ahead and get set up on the Normandy.
Right, I'll go make myself at home. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
There's always a catch, isn't
I'm
there?
assuming there's some part of your contract that I'm expected to handle. That about right?
Yeah. Funny he didn't tell you. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
If there's
We'll
time.
get to it if we can. Our mission takes priority.
I know you've got bigger fish to fry. That's why I'd like to get this other thing dealt with as soon as possible.
How'd I know you were gonna shoot him in the leg?
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Well, aren't you just a bowl full of charm? Lucky charms, I hope. Well, I'm gonna explore, because I like to explore.
End is not humans. A blight on galactic purity. You, sir, you are a blight. You.
Well, aren't you irritating? Can't go
Complaining is
here.
pointless, human. There's a I told you to get lost, lady. The plague has the whole zone quarantined. Nobody gets in.
I'm human, you ass. Humans can't get the plague. Now let me get my stuff out before looters get it.
This thing affects every other race out there. We're not taking chances. Nobody gets in until the plague has run its course.
I
Okay.
didn't think Omega had any kind of law enforcement. Who gave the order to quarantine the slums?
Fresh off the transport, huh? Arya Tiloke calls the shots around here. She's got her little blue hands on every business in this district. And a plague is bad for business. She hired us to keep anyone from entering or leaving the quarantine zone.
Oh, great.
So you're saying the slums are completely sealed off?
Finally, a human that can hear. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You can't keep me out. I'm gonna lose all my stuff.
I'm doing you a favor, human. Anybody in the quarantine zone will be dead from the plague or the gangs in a few weeks.
There's a Solarian named Morden Solis in the slums. I've got to get in there to find him.
The doctor? Yeah, crazy bastard opened a clinic in the district a few months ago. The Blue Suns weren't too happy when he moved in. I hear Morden's trying to deal with the plague. I wish him luck, but the area is still locked down. Our orders are to wait until either the plague or the Blue Suns kill everyone. Then go in and clean up.
I'm
Take
going
a
in.
good long look at me. Do I look like a looter?
No.
That's right. Now I'm going in. If I find looters, I'll kill them. Anybody gets in my way, I'll kill them too.
I'll call the guards. They'll let you in with no trouble.
Wait,
Oh,
you're
thank
stopping
you, honey.
me, but not them? You son of a bitch.
Oh,
You
grow
don't
up,
have
lady.
a grenade launcher, lady. Get lost.
Fortunately, humans are immune to the plague.
Let's go get the doc, huh? Glad you, and I'll take Jake from State Farm. this. And this. And ship. Got nothing else for now. It's fine. Ready to go. Okay, guys, can you like hit?
Sure thing.
Took you a while to get out of my way, didn't it? And how did I know that coming over here would be something hidden? Okay, let's run and gun. Get this done. Go in there. I'm taking this. Guys, I can't talk to. You real quick.
Good luck in there.
Thanks.
Sons and Orchard shooting anything that moves.
Well, I'll just shoot him right back.
They've seen us. My shields are down.
Take cover!
Guess they just left the dead in the streets.
Take control at its most basic.
Well, that wouldn't surprise
Pile the
me.
bodies in the street and burn them.
Human. Should have guessed. Bad enough you infect us with this plague. Now you lack the decency to even wait until I die before you come to steal my possessions.
Don't blame me
Humans
for
didn't
this.
create this plague.
Especially not humans.
Lies drip from your mouth like the blood from my sores. The proof is there for all to see. Your species is the only one that does not succumb to the virus. Yours and the wretched Vorcha.
You need help.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Get away from me, human. Your kind has done too much already. Your plague did this to me. Your feigned pity is the final insult.
He's not gonna tell me anything.
Not help some whiny Batarian.
Humans looking for the human sympathizer. I hope the Vorcha burned Morton and his clinic to the ground. I hope you... I hope... Damn it. Damn you.
Hey, stay with me. This won't cure the plague, but it might help a bit.
Too nice.
Oh, you helped me. Why?
Need
Told you,
information.
I'm looking for somebody. Would you rather I let you choke on your own blood?
I suppose not. What do you wish to know?
Vorcha.
We were talking about Vorcha earlier.
Before the quarantine, the Blue Suns controlled this district. But as their numbers fell to the plague, Vorcha moved in. The Blue Suns are fighting to protect their territory. But as the plague spreads, it's only a matter of time until the Vorcha overwhelm them.
Maybe it's the Vorcha.
Immune to the plague? What if they spread the virus so they could take over the district?
Vorcha are immune to disease. A human-created plague wouldn't affect them. But if the Vorcha created the plague, why wouldn't it affect humans? Besides, the Vorcha aren't smart enough to make a virus like this. They're scavengers. Sorry, human. You may not want to believe it, but all the evidence points to your species.
I need to
Morden.
find Morden Solus.
He has a clinic on the far side of the district. He's taking in refugees, offering to help those infected with the plague. I was afraid to go to him before. He is dangerous, but perhaps he can help.
How's he dangerous?
What makes Morden worse than dying from the plague?
The Blue Suns tried to press him for protection money. He killed them, stunned them with some kind of toxin, then gunned them down. He's not just a doctor. Doctors don't execute people and display the bodies as a warning.
Why are you so convinced humans are behind this outbreak?
The plague is too potent to be a naturally occurring virus. Airborne transmission across numerous species, near perfect mortality rate. It has to be created in a lab. And since humans are the only species not affected, there is only one logical conclusion.
Aren't the
Maybe
Fortune
it's
immune
the
to the plague?
Fortune.
Fortune. Sorry, human. You may not want to believe.
I need to find Morden.
I was afraid to go to him before.
I'll send someone to help you.
When I find Morden, I'll tell him about you. If he has a cure, I'll make sure someone gets it to you.
Thank you. My time is running short, but at least you have given me a flicker of hope to brighten the darkness of my final hours. I
Welcome.
want to die. Whatever Morden is, I will risk it if he can reach me.
I should go.
Goodbye, human.
Goodbye, Batarian. Find match segments. Locate the set code that matches the code display at the top left. Avoid red codes. Final matches before time runs out. Back. Let's try that again. Locate and select the code that matches the code displayed in the top left corner of the screen. Avoid red codes. Final matches before time runs out. Let's see if that's right. I didn't want red code. I didn't mean that. Anybody watching this, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Purple. Okay. Getting better. Purple. Orange, blue. Orange, blue, orange. Ah, that one. Okay. Anybody watching this? Sorry. There I go, I got it. I got some credits. I figured it out. I'm not completely dumb. Before I open any more doors. Okay, done. You know, I kind of like these hacks better, these little puzzle things. It's cool.
The Blue Suns came by this morning and did something to my door. Now it won't open. Turned out the circuits, maybe. They said they were trying to control the spread of the plague. But I'm not even infected. Damn Turians. Must be some kind of extortion racket. Trap me in here for a day or two, then offer to let me out if I pay them off.
That's horrible. That's actually truly horrible, locking somebody in, killing them when there's a plague going on. Just gonna keep looking around.
Hostiles incoming.
There's a lot of money around here. Load.
Taking cover!
Firing an impact shot! You got it. Gotta hurt. Have a nice trip.
Reload.
We got company.
Staying close.
We got this.
Sit down.
Okay. That's done. Quick investigation, look around the area. Grab anything of importance. Leave nothing behind. Okay, collected all of that stuff.
I'll take it.
Take that. Go back up here. Bypass. And we're done. Okay. Okay.
We saw that door open. We thought those Turians had found us.
So it's Turians doing
Ever
this,
since this plague started, the Blue Suns have been out to get us. They're killing as many people as the disease.
That's lovely.
Is
that
what
really
I
on
hear
you?
right? This plague doesn't affect humans?
No, it seems like some kind of bioweapon or something, since it affects so many different species.
The Blue Suns figure humans caused it. They're shooting us on sight. God knows how many have already died.
They should be looking at the Vorcha, not us. Ever since the plague hit, they've been taking over Blue Sun's territory.
Well, I said the same thing, but no one listens.
I need to find Morden Solus.
Oh yeah, him. He's got a clinic on the other side of the district.
Heard he's taking in refugees now, trying to help plague victims, offering protection from the Suns and the Vorcha.
Sure. A doctor with military-grade mechs helping people for free. On Omega, grow up.
You don't
Sounds like
trust
you
him?
don't think
Why?
much of the doctor in his clinic.
The Vorcha tried to muscle in. He gunned them down. Just like that. Pop, pop, pop. Didn't even use his mechs.
Then the Blue Suns heard he was sheltering humans and they went to burn down the clinic. He killed them too. Then he went inside and got back to work. He's cold. Must be Solarian Special Forces or something.
Should go to
You
the
can't
clinic.
stay trapped in this apartment. If you get to Morden's, you might at least survive until the quarantine ends.
Are you nuts? We'd never make it. The streets are crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha. We don't even have pistols.
Besides, I'm not risking my life on a rumor that some Solarian might offer me sanctuary.
Well, hiding here won't save
Cowering
you.
in this apartment might keep you alive for a while, but if the mercs don't get you, starvation will.
Easy for you to say. You're a soldier armed to the teeth. We're just ordinary people.
Yeah, you're making it out like we're cowards or something.
A coward accepts death instead of fighting to stay alive. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to earn it. I'm taking out every Vorcha and Blue Suns group I find along the way to Morden's clinic, but I can't hold your hand while I'm waging war in the streets.
Yeah, okay. I guess if you can clear a path, we can follow. Like you said, it's our only chance. We'll wait here for a while and give you time to clear the way. Then we'll head for Morden's clinic, if we're lucky. Maybe we'll meet you there.
Thanks. I'm just stealing money, don't mind me. Okay, time to head out now. Back down here really quickly.
Charge him up! I've got him. Who's next? Firing an impact shot.
Okay, we got this, guys. We got this.
Firing an impact shot. Anyone else want some? Come on over.
Reload. There you go. That one's down. Okay.
Hell of a shot.
Reload.
I've got him. Right between the eyes. This'll put him down.
That one one's down.
Lead the way.
Right.
Okay.
Going up. On target.
Ammo.
I've got him. The Blue Suns have given up a lot of turf. That doesn't bode well for them.
Okay, I'm full on ammo, I guess. What's over here? Nada, Sub-Zero? Well, this whole place ain't doing too great. Horrible situation all around, did you guys agree? Okay, come on, buddy. I know you can move fast. Find 11-0. Okay, keep opening doors.
Hey, back off. We got here first.
Here we go.
Hey, what did I say? We found this stuff. It's ours.
Ah, forget it. Nothing but junk in here. This place is worse than the last one.
Who are you?
What are you doing in this apartment? Did you kill that Turian?
What, the guy on the floor? Nah, the plague took care of him. We're just here to take a full accounting of all his worldly possessions.
I don't like
Stealing
looters.
from the dead. That's pretty low.
What's the big deal? It's not like they're gonna miss anything.
That's
They're just
also a
showing
good
little
point.
Entrepreneurial spirit. The plague doesn't affect humans, so we might as well cash in.
Besides, if we don't take this stuff, the Vorcha or Blue Suns will. Better us than them, right?
I don't care that
You know
much.
a Solarian named Morden Solus?
Yeah, I know him. Got a clinic right around the corner. Take plenty of ammo if you go that way. It's crawling with Blue Suns and Vorcha.
Thanks.
We need to get going.
Bye.
Well, stay here for a while. Get some rest.
We got a big day tomorrow. Still plenty of apartments that need our special cleaning services.
That one's done. Okay, it's in there. Back out onto the street. Objectives that way. Okay, we're just in that door. What's up here? Not great. The running's starting to give me a headache. Explosive canister. Okay, here we are. Clinic's this way.
No funny business once you're in the clinic, unless you want to deal with those mechs.
Okay.
Morden's around here somewhere. Go talk to him. We need all the help we can get.
Choose.
On our way here, we saw humans looting the apartments of the dead. It made me sick.
Can't go in there.
I didn't realize how good things were in the district before the quarantine. Never thought I'd miss the blue sun.
Morden saved my life. I owe him everything.
I bet you do.
Sorry, too busy to stop and chat. You should go find more.
Professor, we're running low on toxin.
Use melatonin. Plenty on hand. Almost as good. Causes cramping in vegetarians. Supplement with butemmerol. Non-dairy butemmerol. Got it. Sedative is
Making that. Medical.
toxic to humans. Not an option. Not an option.
Pardon me, sir. Okay. 1 minute. And I shall talk with you momentarily. Ah, yes, thank you. And now we're ready to talk. Hello. How can I help you?
Professor Morden Solus?
Don't recognize you from area. Too well armed to be refugees. No mercenary uniform. Quarantine still in effect. Here for something else? Vorcha? Crew to clean them out? Unlikely. Vorcha a symptom, not a cause. The plague. Investigating possible use as bioweapon. No. Too many guns. Not enough data, equipment.
For the love of God, take a breath. I came here to find you, okay? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm on a critical mission and I need your help.
Mission? What mission? No. Too busy. Clinic understaffed. Plague spreading too fast. Who sent you?
Ever heard of an organization called Cerberus?
Crossed paths on occasion. Thought they only worked with humans. Why request Salarian aid?
I'm on a mission to shut down the Collectors, and I need your help.
Collectors? Interesting. Plague hitting these slums is engineered. Collectors one of few groups with technology to design it. Our goals may be similar. But must stop plague first. Already have a cure. Need to distribute it at Environmental Control Center. Vorcha guarding it. Need to kill them.
Why can't anything be simple?
I'd like to ask someone for help and hear them say, sure, let's go, right now. No strings attached.
Life is a negotiation. We all want. We all give to get what we want.
That's true.
What the hell was that?
Vorcha have shut down environmental systems. Trying to kill everyone. Need to get power back on before district suffocates. Here, take plague cure. Also, bonus in good faith, weapon from dead Blue Sun's mercs. May come in handy against Vorcha. One more thing. Daniel, one of my assistants, went into Vorcha territory looking for victims.
Hasn't come back. Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
If I see him, I'll do what I can to help.
Thank you. Told him not to go. But he's smart. Bright future. I hope.
I'm at a sick
I found a Batarian plague victim near the entrance to the neighborhood. Can you send someone to help him?
Risky. Blue Sun's Vorcha still battling. District not secure. See what I can do.
Let's head for the environmental plant.
Hang. Why are the following squad members are able to use this weapon? Okay. Let's head out. Choose. Cannon, high accuracy, and sidearm. Accept. Okay. That's done. Squad. Okay, that's good. We're good. Save here for just a second. Okay. Apparently, got a lot of stuff. Time to head up.
Heads up. Nice.
My shield.
On target.
Yeah, come on. That's one down. 2 down. 3. Got him. Shift. Unity. Come on, buddy, get up. Okay, that's down. Reload. Hey. I don't know why that happened. My computer just freaked out a tiny little bit.
Deadeye for me.
Krogan on its way. Krogan incoming.
Okay, that one's dead. Okay, that one's down. You're down. Anything else? Load. I can't pick up anymore. Hack this. With the question stuck the target code segment. Purple orange. White, orange, blue. Yeah, I don't see it. Ah! I was so close. Dang it, my one chance, and I failed. Let's head up. Start the hack. White, charge. Orange, white. Oh. There you go. You got that. Thank you for the credits.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well.
I work for Morden at the clinic. I came here to help you.
We know you're spreading the plague virus. We saw the vials in your bag.
No, those vials contain the cure. Please, you have to believe me.
Maybe we should cut off your fingers. That should loosen your... Look out! Don't move. One more step and we'll kill your friend.
Pull that trigger and you're breathing through a new hole in your head. Let him go and you walk away.
Oh, God.
You must think Batarians are stupid. What's to stop you from killing us if we let him go?
Let him live, I let you leave. Kill him, I do the same to you.
Let him go. You got what you wanted, human. Are we free to go?
You can go.
We had a deal.
Human nobility. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Thank you. I thought they were gonna kill me.
Be more careful next
Morden
time.
send you to find me?
It's too dangerous out here. Go help the professor tend to his patients.
Yeah, okay. I'll go right away. Thanks again. I owe you... well, everything.
Yeah, don't mention it right now. Goodbye. Being a lot of renegade. Awesome sauce. No one ever wants to be the bad guy, and technically I don't want to, but you know what?
Incoming.
Well, he exploded. He popped like a dang balloon. Okay, just best to keep. Well, I got stuck. Hey, I died. Look at that, guys. Resume. Shotgun. Okay, he down. There's the other big boy.
Have a nice trip.
Okay, you're down.
Firing an
You're
impact
down
shot.
too. And you're down. Anybody else up high want to help? And say peekaboo?
Tag! We got company. Get over here! On my way.
Okay, those are down. Okay.
You're gonna die.
Over this way. And
Got it.
friend, where are you?
Sit down.
And you're gone. Okay. Anything important? Doesn't look like it. Okay. And reload. Doesn't look like anything over here.
Krogan on its way. Got it.
No shields!
Okay, that's done. What's in here? Can't go in there just yet. Credits. Salvage. Ammo.
We're close to the
Upstairs.
environmental controls. Let's get that cure in, then hit the fans.
Exactly. Let's get this done.
You don't come here. We shut
You're
down
ugly.
machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
You're dead.
I've had enough of this.
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air. We kill you first.
Sorry to say this, but you look like a vampire died from a very rare, very horrible degenerative bone disease.
Target down!
Shepard, I've scanned the room. The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
Come on, I want my...
Door's locked in. Once we get the fans going, we should be good.
I have located the fan controls. There are two, one on either side of the room you're in now.
Want that.
Gravity's one mean mother, huh?
Okay, keep going forward then. I need sniper rifle. You know what? Sniper. Okay. So how long is this gonna take? Those are fine. Ammo. It's over here. Nothing over here.
Have a nice trip. Got him. Target down.
Okay, it's time to open the door.
One down, one to go. Let's move.
And on to the next side.
This'll put him down.
Alone. Alone. And you're gonna change it to... Yep, that one. Nope, that's the wrong shooty shoot. Here we are.
Target down.
Taking that.
Have a nice trip.
There we go. Okay, reload. And rifle. Okay.
Time to get hot.
Another. And you're gone. Thank you. And I need this. I wanted the other gun. Thank you. Here we are. Hi. Nope. I need this.
You'll bleed.
Yeah, I will. You bleed too, though, honey. Come on, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this.
Now.
Going. Okay, doesn't look like there's anybody else. And down we go. Well, I haven't yet. Okay.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
And thank you from me as well. Those Batarians would have killed me. For a second there, I thought you were going to shoot them even after they let me go.
I thought about it.
I was tempted for a minute, but in the end I figured they didn't deserve to die.
Merciful of you. Risky. Would have killed them myself.
I'm glad we are in agreement.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor.
Just because I help people doesn't mean certain people
Lots of ways to
don't
help
have
people.
to die.
Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go
Exactly.
check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
You and me, Doc, I think we'll get along just well. Get along just fine and
Good kid,
dandy.
bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorja are gone.
That's good. Will you join me?
We've cured the plague. Are you ready to help stop the collectors?
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for a moment.
Hold F to end mission. Okay. Well, and with that, guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had a heckin' great time. And I can't wait to continue this game. It is so great to be back into Mass Effect. Woohoo! Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Join me on my next stream, which should be on Thursday of the 30th of this month. I will see you guys soon. Have a good day or night wherever you are.